My boyfriend and his so-called sister checked into a hotel and got caught during a prostitution sting operation. When I went to bail him out, he had hickeys all over his neck and was busy comforting her while she sobbed into her hands. Her apartment's lock broke, and she was so scared. So I stayed with her, he said. If this had been before, I would have flipped out and demanded answers. But this time, I didn't want to play the jealous, crazy girlfriend anymore. I calmly signed the release papers and didn't say a word. My friend from the operation team asked, "Family?" I shook my head. "Just neighbors." Then I looked down and texted my mom. "That arranged marriage you mentioned. Fine, I'll do it. Give me 3 days, and I'll come home." When we left the station, Gwyneth Averill, still sniffling, climbed into the passenger of my car. I didn't feel like arguing, so I started the car. Just as I put my hand on the wheel, she grabbed my arm. Except, she wasn't looking at me. She turned to my boyfriend Gerard Morgenthau instead. "I'm scared. I don't like riding in someone else's car," she said, her eyes filled with tears, her nose red. She looked like the very definition of helpless. I pulled her hand off me. "Then get out." The air in the car instantly froze until Gwyneth's tears spilled over, and she started crying. From the backseat, Gerard's voice came sharp. "Evane, do you always have to be so harsh? You know she's traumatized because of her brother's situation. Can't you just be a little considerate?" He snapped. "Get out. I'll drive." Before I could respond, he got out, yanked open my door so hard that it rattled, and let the wind rush in. I shivered but didn't move, just sat there and stared at him. The always calm Gerard was suddenly rough and impatient. He actually unbuckled my seatbelt and dragged